Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to Kingspade channel. So I have been wanting to do this video for quite some time now, and some of you had also asked me about this, especially because I have been using this build on my ranger. Is the Longbow Dex penetration build is viable to be played now? Now this incites interest in some players because of the recent job adjustment update. In the recent update, the ranger true sight skill is aided with the penetration stat, and the precision shot skill based damage is increased a lot. So some players saw this as an opportunity to try to build a Longbow Dex penetration build. Now to better understand this, first you need to know what is a Longbow Dex penetration build. It is just like the standard fast attacking normal attack crit build of the ranger using the longbow, but instead of using crit attack, it uses the penetration stat instead. Or another comparison will be like the INT Falcon build, but use Dex instead of INT, focusing on the normal attack to deal damage instead of the Falcon attack. Now if you had been following me in this channel, I had used this build since in the early game. At that time, there are some players who also use this build in the Taiwan server, but no one is using it in the SEA server, and that compels me to bring this build to the SEA server, though it is not well received by the players because it is seen as a troll build. It is against anything that the players know about the game. In another word, this build is just weird and do not work. Now why it does not work compared to the fast attacking crit build? 1. The critical damage as we know it in ROX is a damage that ignore defense. As long as you have high crit rate, when you land on critical damage, the crit damage deal double the amount of the normal damage. Penetration stat on the other hand is a counter of the target final defense. So for Dex penetration build, you need high penetration stat to offset the target defense. But even so, even if you have enough penetration stat to offset the target final defense to 0, you will still be dealing the normal amount of damage, making it inferior to the crit attack damage wise. 2. Because the lack of penetration support in the longbow ranger kits. Now the ranger is one of those unique class that can be built with both crit and penetration build. The crit build is the standard fast attacking normal attack crit damage build. The penetration is for the short bow skill has type build, and also the longbow INT Falcon penetration build. But despite that, the ranger skill does not reflect a balance for both builds. Ranger have a lot of passive skill that increase the crit damage, but nothing about the haste or penetration stat. The old true sight skill only increases crit damage, nothing about penetration, and the fear breeze skill increase the crit damage even further. So with just these two crit support passive skills, the ranger will have more damage with the crit build compared to the short bow penetration build or the INT Falcon build. Although the Falcon build will have more damage and impact with the INT stat, but let's not forget that the Falcon damage also increase with penetration stat. So the ranger just lack that penetration support in their skill set to make it a good penetration build. That includes the Longbow Dex penetration build that I am using as well. After the recent update, the true sight skill is now aided with the penetration stat, which is long overdue in my opinion, but at least we have it now. But also the penetration stat is just half the amount of the crit damage, indicating that to really benefit this skill, you need to get the double penetration stat. The precision shot skill based damage is increased. This I can say both benefits the Dex crit and Dex penetration build. Both will have a significant jump of damage increase. So here is a task that I made before and after the recent update for the Longbow Dex penetration build. Let's look at the DPS before the update. And now let's look at the DPS after the update. Undeniably, the DPS does increase a lot, an increase of about 190% DPS. On a field test, killing monsters is just as good too. When the precision shot skill is activated, the ranger can wipe the monsters very fast, just like the INT Falcon build. For me, the downside of the Longbow Dex penetration build is its attack that does not ignore defense. Unlike the crit damage and the Falcon attack, which are both ignore defense, these two builds have that advantage to deal much more damage. For Dex penetration build, you will need a lot more penetration stat to reach that same damage. Now, how about if you have double penetration stat activated? Will it deal a lot more damage then? High penetration also means you will be lacking on other stats like the final physical damage bonus, which is the state of my build at the moment. I have final penetration at almost 400%, but just about 100% final physical damage bonus. So that is one to consider as well. If you are going for this build with a balanced build, I think it will perform better, or at least on par with the crit build damage. Now, some had said that the Longbow Dex penetration build after the update has better damage than the INT Falcon build. I don't know how true is that. I don't have anyone to compare it with, but I think the INT Falcon build will still have better damage because of the Falcon secret attack that ignore the target defense. Just that in an overall damage, considering the passive trigger of the Prowling Wolf attack, the Dex penetration build will deal higher damage on that aspect when the Prowling Wolf attack is triggered. Alright, overall, what do you think of the Longbow Dex penetration build? Is it viable now? Regardless, I will still be having this build on my ranger, and perhaps something needs to be changed a little bit on the stats balance that need a little planning. So stay tuned on the update build on my Longbow Dex penetration ranger. Alright, that's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. As always, happy playing. Bye bye.